Hello and welcome to Edward12 again on Distro Linux. Today we're going to be reviewing ariOS 4.0 beta based on Ubuntu 12.04. On the website they apologise to the loyal users for such a long delay. This is very busy. I'd almost finished at 11.10 but couldn't release it. So they're bringing out ariOS 4.0 which is in beta based on the long-term support of Ubuntu. Although it is in beta, they consider this release to be very stable, and as Canonical has done a great job of making Precise stable and bug-free. It comes with the latest updates from the Precise development branch up to March 26th. In this release you get a relay of the latest and greatest free desktop environments. Like before, it comes with its own proven desktop layout based on GNOME 3 and the Avant window manager. The default session uses compiz as window manager and falls back to Meta systems without accelerated graphics. Right, let's get this review sorted. So, first of all, we'll load the live CD. We'll make it bigger. We will try it in live mode, because this is based on Ubuntu, so we can install through the operating system, unlike Commodore and compiz. So, as you can tell, it's Ubuntu with a purple background. And as you can tell, you get the battery status indicators being removed, added to the indicator area. Remove it because we are running on a desktop. You get English as a default language and Persian because it is a Persian based operating system. So go to keyboard layouts. On mine I would add, and I'd type in UK, and then I'd add that one. And then because I don't have Persian language known, and I don't want US keyboard, I'll remove both of them to take English. Use the same layout for all windows. Under all settings, you've got sound, additional drivers, Bluetooth, colour, displays, keyboard, mouse and touchpad, Wacom graphics tablets, printing, power, backup, details, privacy, time and date, universal access, user accounts, appearance, brightness unlock, keyboard layout, language support and Ubuntu 1. Under appearance, you get all the default Ubuntu Windows wallpapers, so we'll change it to that one. This is the Avant window manager. If you load up Firefox, you'll see how quick it loads up, and this is on the live CD. So it's quite a nippy operating system. It's running the latest Firefox 11.0 before having to do any updates. Then if you click on these, which brings up the menus, you've got all these which we'll go through once we install the system. So first of all, we'll click on install ariOS 4.0, and then I'll install guest editions, and we'll do pretty much full screen. So it's the base on the Ubuntu install. It takes 7.4 gig of available drive space, and let's see if you connect to the internet. This computer has detected no operating system, so we're going to erase and install. So we'll click continue. I've allocated it 68.7 because I seem to like that figure. So it'll go through all this. I'll ask you to choose your language and your location, and then it'll ask you to input some details, so we'll just do the usual. Should have clicked login automatically, but we'll have to choose that when we've signed up. So, welcome to Ubuntu 12.04 LTS. They've took a decent time to edit all this rather than just leave it as it was like some versions of Linux have. Right, so all this is doing, multimedia, playback and flash work right out of the box. So you have a choice between Firefox and Chromium, always handy. The social client is Chukok. It's also installed. So that's Twitter and Identity.ca, a great pleasure. You've got GIMP, Inkscape and Blender, which we'll show you and go through. It is running the Linux kernel 3.2.0.2, and it's running GNOME 3.392, so it's almost on GNOME 4, and it's also running Unity 5.8. And it wasn't that long ago since I read that Unity 5 came out. And as you saw, Firefox 11. Chromium's on version 17.0.963 if anyone's interested, and VLC's at 2.0.1. So I'll pause the video while we do the install. And welcome back. Right, installation is finished. You can continue using testing or restart now. So we'll click restart now. I've already enabled 3D acceleration, so all I need to do is install additional, either through additional drivers or through guest additions. I'll give it 128 meg of video memory. I'll give it 1.5 gig of RAM. Like you said, it's 3.2.0-20. This says it's on that as well, until we update it. Get a similar loading screen that Mandriva has. According to this, it's not just an Ubuntu with a different skin on. It's literally just give it a whole new look and everything. Because it's on 12.04, if I change my wallpaper, this will change as well. So let's log in. Invalid password, try again. Must have put it in too fast, so I'll hit an extra key. Dum, 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 dum. Right, so let's see what comes in this readme text. Don't need that then. Let's install guest additions under devices. Install guest additions. Run. Put in your password to give it super user. As you can tell, I'm running VirtualBox 4.1.10. So I'll pause the video while this is doing this. Alrighty then, now it says installing graphics libraries and desktop service components is done. So let's change the keyboard layout, because remember we only made the change in the live CD. Won't affect the install. Remove Persian. Add US, UK, take off US. Bye. As always, you get all this stuff. So let's change the default wallpaper to, we'll go with that one. Right, so that's that done. So now we need to reboot the system, see if we can do it there. Yep. Shut down, restart. So as you can see, it's shutting down. Personally, I like this distro. It looks really nice. Dispatcher was mentioning about he was going to do a new video in a minute soon on a distro, and I'm reckoning this is the one he's doing it one on next, considering this one's on 12.04, which there's not many out that are 12.04 because the beta 2 don't get released till tomorrow, and the actual official release don't get released until another month. So they've done quite well to say that it's getting more stable. It is running bleeding edge. Most of the software is bleeding edge. See the back wallpaper that I changed? It's changed to this one. And the screen resolution's changed. And if I try it full screen, you can see it's changed to full screen pretty much. I have cropped the top bar off, so don't worry, it's not an issue with full screen. Let's go back. Doesn't want to seem to get out full screen. Right, back to normal now. So, you've got hide windows to show the desktop, file launcher and launcher, which is this. I like this. It's better than opening an Autolus account. You got your Firefox, which is like I mentioned previous, it's on 11.0. Ta-da! Don't need to know our rights, we're not in commandment. Terminal, as you can tell, got a clock. It's not 8:30, actually it is 8:32, so yeah. Still early. You got your volume. You got your shutdown, which is your there. You got your updates available, which is to be expected. And apparently there's no updates to install. If we click on check, there's bound to be updates. There's bound to be updates. Even though it only came out yesterday, there's still bound to be updates. So Ubuntu is making updates all the time. It's 49 updates with OpenGL window and composite manager compiz update. It's version 1.0972. Ubuntu 4. No change uploaded to the release packet, so we can get the package built on all arches immediately instead of blocking it on GTK. Build on ARML. These are all the ones that have been fixed because it's updating from 10972 Ubuntu 1 to 10972 Ubuntu 4. Anyway, we'll sort the updates out soon. So under accessories we get an archive manager, an Avant window navigator, which is what you see on the left. You get a calculator, in case you can't work something out. You get a card character map, contacts, disk utility, docx preferences, files, gedit, help if you want help with Unity, screenshot, start calendar, synapse, search everything you do. Let's click on that one. Got a nice user interface. So if you went to all and you typed in synapse, you get synaptic. So if you click enter, it'll run synaptic. We don't want to run that, so not just yet. Then you get a terminal, time and date, Tomboy notes, and weather indicator. So it puts it up here. You can click up set up weather, show temperature near. You can update it as, let's say, every minute if you really want to be proper paranoid about what the weather is. You want it, I like it in degrees centigrade, in miles per hour, because I'm in England, it's remembered. So if we put in London, London, England, not Canada, even though you had in London in Canada. Right, London, England, enter name, London, yep, apply, click OK, and that should change. It's got a nice little sun, 9 degrees, nice one. Right. Under education, you get golden dictation. Games, you get Acelrite Solitaire and Free Cell Solitaire. Not many games. Under graphics, you get Blender, which I'm assuming is the full screen one as well. 3D modeling. The document viewer. Spectrus is one of the best document viewers you can get. GIMP is the best editor for photographs, I think. Image view, which was similar to Shotwell, which is there. Inkscape and Simple Scan. Under internet, you get Choquot, which is for Twitter and for your identity.ca. You get Chromium web browser, desktop sharing, file web browser, Pigeon internet messenger, Remina remote desktop client, which I've never used. I use TeamViewer. You get Thunderbird mail, which it doesn't tell you what version it is, so let's give it a look. Clickety click and go to help and go to about. And it's version 11, so it's running the latest version of Thunderbird, same as running the latest version of Firefox. Under Office, you get LibreOffice, Sagha, which I've never used before, and the other two I mentioned. You get a battery status indicator if you're running a laptop, and you get Update Manager indicator. Let's run that, so it puts it up here. Maybe not. Maybe it just pops up when there's updates. Sound and video, you get Audacious, which is similar to Audacity. Brasero, use K3B, Movie Player, Rhythm Box, which I use all the time, Sound Recorder, VLC, which will play pretty much every video format out there, and audio. Under Administration, you get Auto Mount Settings, Grub Customizer, Install Release, in case you need to reinstall it from scratch, Network Tools, Remaster Assist, if you want to make an ISO copy of all your system and you want to put all your files and settings and configs on, you can do that. Spapshi's got a really good video how to use Remaster Assist. You got a startup disk creator if you want to create a startup disk using a CD or disk image. You get Synaptic. You get system testing to test your system and submit results to the Ubuntu. This is how they find out what works and doesn't with Canonical and Ubuntu. There's no point moaning about it saying, oh, my system doesn't work StartX or graphics properly because my graphics driver is not supported. Well, tell them, and they'll probably go out and find a computer with it on, and they'll update the drivers for it and get it working, and then you'll have a working system. You won't go distro hopping and go to somewhere else that's got it as well. But once they release it out for Ubuntu, it'll get spread across all the updates for all the other distributions. So yeah, so you click on system testing, say for instance, and it says welcome to system testing, and then you got your checkboxes, and all you do is it'll run the test, ask you if it's worked, yes or no, and then you submit your results. So this is a list of tests to run based on your system. So it gathers information about your system so it knows what to feed back to Ubuntu. It shouldn't take too long because it's on a virtual. So it does your audio, your Bluetooth, your CPU, your camera, your disks, your file, your graphics, your hotkey, your input. So you click start testing, and it's similar, a bit different to Ubuntu 11.10. You make sure no external speakers or headphones are connected. If using a desktop, external speakers are allowed. So that's fair enough, because, you know, check the text button to play a brief tone of the audio, and then you click on test. Did you hear it? Yeah, we did. So we click yep. This test will check the recording soundboard quality. Click test and then speak into internal microphone. We'll skip that one. And then it'll run the next test. Do you really want to skip this test? Yes, right. Then you'll do an audio test. You can collect, if you've got a USB audio system, you can do that. Do you really want to skip this test? Well, don't ask again about that one. So then it runs CPU and clock test. And it'll just ask you, did everything work right? And if it'll do a video test, did you see a graphic come up? Etc, etc. You get the idea. I'm not going to spend ages doing a system test. Anyway, because it's not an actual hardware, it's under a virtual machine. Under System Tools, and then you've got Ubuntu Software Center and the Update Manager. Under Preferences, you've got Adobe Flash Player. You've got Advanced Settings. Let's have a look at this. Is it Advanced Known Tweak? It is indeed. So if you go to Windows, you can change You can change the theme. There's no shell theme because it's not running GNOME shell. You got your Windows theme if you want to change the look of it. You can have menus of icons. You can change your cursor theme. So you can change your cursor to a black one, which will update when we log in. You can choose your icon theme. So you can even have AWN. Change all these. You can choose ariOS. Change them to them, rather than have mono. You can change your GTK theme. Quite a lot to choose from. Then you can't have shell extensions because you're not running GNOME shell. So you can show date with clock because you can't, because there's nothing at top. And there's clock anyway, so you can't choose time with seconds. You can have arrangement of buttons in the title bar. You can change the fonts if you want to mess about with fonts. You can choose anti-aliasing, which you can have red, green, BA, and then grayscale and none. Then desktop, you can have computer icon on the desktop. You have home icon on the desktop. You can have network servers, trash, and mounted drives. Just in case, make it to your liking basically. Just remember, you can't right click on the desktop. Right. So back to System Tools, you've got Configuration Editor, which edits your configuration database. You've got Deconf Editor, which is similar. That's directly edit your entire configuration database. That's directly edit your entire configuration base. It's up to you what you want to choose on that one. You've got Disk Usage Analyzer, if you want to check how much space it's using. You've got iBus Input Method Framework. You've got Lock Screen, Log File Viewer, Log Out. Comes with VirtualBox. Let's see what version of VirtualBox it is. Ooh, it closed it. Weird. It's running 4.1.10R and all the rest of it. So if we click check for updates, you are already running the most recent version of VirtualBox. You got power statistics, restart, shutdown, system monitor, system testing, settings, Ubuntu tweak, UNet booting, UXterm and Xterm. Let's click on Ubuntu tweak. It's similar. It's different to Ubuntu system tweaking. So your system is clean. Start janitor. You've got your tweaks. You can do all these. You can change the theme, desktop icon, Nautilus, security and workarounds. So you can fix the appearance of feeds when granted root privileges. And if you go to admins, you've got desktop recovery, default folder location, you've got your source editor, which I assume is all your APTs. These are all your deb files. And then you've got janitor, you can choose personal, system. It'll scan through all this and it'll say, look, there's 273 KB, 18 package conflicts and unneeded packages, but we'll do the update first of all because it might get fixed in an update, as I always keep saying. So click on update manager, and like we said, there's 49 updates. So install updates, put your password in to run it as super user, and I'll be back once it's done. Right, it's saying it's up to date, so we'll click restart. Shuts down quite fast. Hopefully it should remember what I had it set to resolution wise. To be honest, it does start up pretty quick. So it is quite a nice operating system. I would recommend it to all you Ubuntu lovers, especially if you want to get a head start on the 12.04 rather than stuck in beta 1. Looks like this is based on beta 2, but it's getting that stable that it could be classed as an official release. That's why it says Ubuntu 12.04 LTS. So now we just got to see if we can get compiz working. There you go. Gonna say dull screen then, not always good. So all the updates have been done.